So Joseph, thank you for chatting with me today.
Of course, Sharon, anytime.
Obviously, it's been a whirlwind of a week. We see a lot on social media that obviously always isn't, necessarily the case of what's really happening. But I know you're also living with some of your fellow house guests. How has the last week been? Have you been able to have conversations, or are you still kind of trying to process everything?
I'm definitely feeling like it's a complex situation to navigate. I'm trying to prioritize myself in the sense that, I feel like decompression and prioritizing my mental health is the first thing I want to do. And in doing so, I don't think that requires me to dive immediately into what happened this season. I think, and a lot of people and have been extremely respectful about my privacy and my opinion with handling the situation. So I've currently just tried to take the approach in which, I'm decompressing and focusing on myself. And in the meantime, while I do that, I'm a very loving person. So I try to maintain that joy and that, positivity while I can. And in doing so, I'm still navigating the game, what happened, the full picture. And while doing so, I'm trying to remain positive.
Yeah. How much of the season have you watched, and do you plan on watching it or just slowly going through it?
So right now I've watched the premiere and the finale. And, that doesn't give much insight into everything that's happened this season. And I do plan on going through it. I just think, I'm taking my time in doing so I can really digest and understand why things happened, how things happened, and, make an educated approach onto things I want to say and how I want to handle the situation.
I'm sure you're getting inundated with like a lot of clips and Joseph, look at this, and Joseph, see this. I know Taylor even said she wants to kind of, it's going to take time. It's too much too soon. Are you taking the same approach, or have you seen some stuff and still trying to digest?
So definitely, I've been made aware or hear certain things that could be concerning. And until I decide, and Taylor seems to share the sentiment with me, I want to be fully informed about what happened and how it happened. And, I'm in the right headspace to take it in and act appropriately to the things that were informed to me, then that time will, eventually come and will go. But I don't think it would relatively be productive for myself. I can't obviously speak for Taylor, but she seems to agree that diving directly into everything that occurred this season could, possibly lead to responses or problematic, or maybe a response that isn't necessarily in line with me as a person. So I definitely want to be patient and, understanding as I move through this.
When you, obviously, like I said, you're living with some of these people. I know Taylor mentioned that some people have approached her, had tried to have conversations. I don't know how long these conversations are because, there's a lot going on. Have people had conversations with you? Are you kind of aware of who's, trying to right some of their wrongs and who's not?
Yes, I definitely can see there's an attempt by certain people in the house to right their wrongs and, hold accountability and move forward. And, it's unfortunate that those mistakes were made, but it is fortunate that people are trying to right that wrong. And I hope they receive positive reinforcement in doing so, because I want to encourage people to do that. I want to encourage people that when a mistake is made and you're made aware of it and you hold accountability, you're met with some positive reinforcement, and to each their own and how they do that. But for me personally, those who are going to hold accountability and, do their best to right that wrong, I will try to, give them some positive reinforcement. And anyone who talks to me in regards to Taylor seems to share that apologetic sentiment for her. And I don't want to go too much into, her business, because that is her business and she can share that herself. But at least with me, if I try to offer a perspective on why something was wrong, people seem to be very receptive to it in the house.
Do you think, obviously a lot of this is stuff that's been said or done to Taylor. You're obviously very close with her. do you think you're going to kind of also take her lead of just how she's feeling? I know you don't want to speak for her, but kind of if she feels okay with somebody or starts to feel better about something, are you going to kind of navigate that as well? Or are you separate from her, would you say?
This has a lot to do with Taylor, and a lot of these behaviors affected Taylor directly. The best thing I want to do is support her. So whatever she wants from me and however I can help her and whatever her healing process needs to be, I want to do that for her. So fortunately, the Taylor I know is a very, honest and forgiving and great person, but her healing process is her healing process, and however she wants to do it, I will support her.
Yeah, I also want to ask because, healing isn't always linear. So, you might be okay with someone, maybe they apologize, but then if you watch the show or clips, other things might bubble up and that hurt might bubble up. I guess, are you prepared for that to support her if that happens where, she might seem okay with somebody, but it's hard to watch this stuff back.
Absolutely. And I mean, she asked that I be there for her and that we watch it together. And I want nothing more than to support this girl. Like, that's all I want. And in doing so, if a situation resonates with her so negatively, I will, I will act accordingly with her because, that is her feelings and she has every right to feel validated. She has every right to feel the way she feels and she has every right to address it on how she wants to address it. And from what I know about her, I'm almost 100% sure it's going to be addressed in such a respectful and honorable manner. I can already tell from now how she's been dealing with the situation that even when she's fully informative, I find that, and I believe that her response will be something that I can definitely respect and stand behind, and I will.
Yeah, I think as fans also, we will probably look to her in terms of how we feel about some of these house guests. Because I don't personally, like if someone was upsetting me in regards to Taylor, I want Taylor to be okay with that person before I feel like I can even, follow them on social media or whatever the case may be. For the fans that do follow social media, is that a clear picture of what's going on, or is it way more complicated and we should kind of wait?
So I think that Taylor, once she's fully informed, her reaction will be how she wants to do it. The girl is iconic. And I should say that not the girl, the strong, independent woman is. Everything she does, I'm so happy she has the platform that she does. She has the attention that she does because she's a role model. She really is. And how she decides to respond to this, I think will be a very good indication on where people who support her and how they want to stand based on this topic should, maybe take influence. The viewers have every right to feel how they feel. They watched it. They felt their own emotions in doing it. I can definitely resonate that they were empathetic and they feel it and they want to act based on, what they watched. But Taylor is an amazing person. She makes a great role model and she's the one that went through it, and whatever her reaction will be and the steps she wants to take, I'll be there to support her.
Yeah, I think sometimes you think, maybe someone's apologizing just to apologize or for lip service. I think, at least from my perspective, it's up to Taylor to whatever she thinks. If she believes that if someone apologizes or comes to her and that's genuine, then I think as fans, then we have to accept that, at least that's where I'm coming from. Would you agree with that?
I would definitely agree with that. One thing I would say about Taylor is that she is beauty and brains. She will be able to identify if someone is lip service, if someone's trying to take advantage of her. She won Big Brother for a reason. Like, the fact that she won that, I think, speaks volume. She's a great judge of character and she's so empathetic. And I think if anything, like she's honestly a role model to me. Like, that's why I have so much respect and love for her. And I really feel like she will be a good indication on how to move forward with this. And now it's just, a matter of time and patience for her to digest it all and act accordingly.
And I do want to ask about you just briefly. You can get into the nitty gritty, but I know you haven't seen the season. Dire Fest, for example, though, was something that was hard to watch because people were lying about you, right? People were throwing you under the bus, and then also involving telling Taylor all these things about you. Has any of that been cleared up, or is that something also that you're going to wait, watch it, see what happened, and then digest it? Because I feel like Dire Fest really kind of set the tone for the rest of the season almost.
Absolutely. And in regards to me personally and my experiences with Dire Fest and apparently the things that were said to me, I will become aware of everything and I'll go from there. But right now, I think there's a lot of people in Dire Fest who I want to respect their privacy, and I don't want to make this about me. I want to, help if I want to help people be better if that's what they want to do. And I want to be able to be positive reinforcement. I don't want Dire Fest to be about me right now, because I think a lot of the people involved in it need their space, need their privacy. And in order for them to make the decisions I hope they make, I think that it's required for me to at least not be selfish and expect immediate accountability, immediate apology. I would hope it does follow, but I do understand that a lot of people are going through a lot right now. And I only hope and wish that their privacy is respected and that they take the routes going forward. And I, out of all people, know decompression is important. I hope they're taking that time to do so. And, I have high hopes with how they move forward.
And it seems like you're obviously a great support system for Taylor. She's said it many times. How are you taking care of yourself? I mean, you didn't maybe go through everything that Taylor went through, obviously, but you were stuck in a house for 3 months. That's not normal. But I know you have a very supportive family. So are you taking care of yourself? Because I know a lot has happened.
Absolutely. And thank you so much. And yes, my family's been a huge part of this. They have also respected my privacy and how I want to go about it. They want to talk to me so bad and, give me the full picture, but they are respecting that I told them I'd like to digest this entire situation slowly. So their love and support means the world to me. I love my family so much. So just, being able to talk to them, be able to laugh with them means everything to me. And that's all I need. And, watching and having, as much as I support Taylor, she supports me as well. So, her friendship, her companionship, and everything moving forward is so reassuring to me. And it's helping me so much that I'm being supported, and I can't really make it about me, because I just feel like there's a lot of things going on, and I'm very fortunate, and I'd rather be grateful than upset about circumstances. And in doing so, I just want to make sure that, other people who might not be in the same headspace get to that headspace. So I feel very fortunate, and, here and there, sometimes, it can get difficult, but fortunately I have the crutches and the support from people that I love and care about around me to, get through it. And in me having that support, I just want to keep passing it on.
Moving forward, how do you feel like you're going to approach things? And what's like the general thing that you want to get across, especially, fans are really, they want to know everything. And sometimes it's just like, you can't answer everything right now. So what's the general message here?
I think you put it perfectly. You can't answer everything right now. And that is because I'm not fully informed. And until I do so, and I'm in the right place and I can make an educated response and decision, and I've been raised this way, I always want to respond with love. And that's what I want to keep doing for now. I can't speak for Taylor again, but I believe she shares that sentiment as well. And that's how I want to keep addressing people around me, the situation, and, just be productive about it.